Okay, this is the review assignment on page 5-54. Generating reports. I'm just going to, first instruction on that assignment is open the 5-3 and then save it as the report. And this is for the review assignment. That is not the right one. Let's just make sure I have the correct one. 5-3, file, save as. Okay, we're going to call this 5. It doesn't really matter. Okay. This is going to be the report. Step 2. Okay, let's pretend like I entered my name in step 2. Step 3, we're going to make a hyperlink. Going to insert. Should be able to just right click here and link it, and you can let's change this over here to an email address and blah blah blah, whatever. Okay, so that's a link now. Step 4, open this support EX5 Peoria workbook located, copy the Grill 508 worksheet into the report workbook. Okay, so this is our workbook. It's the report NPEX5. And we want to get the 508 worksheet out of Peoria. So we're going to insert okay, so we'll go grab the Peoria, wherever that is, there. Okay, here's the 508. Let's see if move or copy to the report. So this is the one that we're working with. And then it wants it to be in okay, so this is our workbook. We'll just make sure it goes into the right place. Okay, so here's report. We'll just shovel this over here to, there's 7, and then there's 8. Okay. So that is step 4. Step 5. So we're going to create a worksheet group, and the way we do that is click 501, press the shift key, and go all the way to 508. Okay, so we're in 508, and in the worksheet group, select the non-adjacent range, A7 to B7. Okay, and then I'm going to press the control key down, and I'm going to get A11 and B11, and then A16 and B16. Okay. Okay, so that's my, I've got 7s, 11s, and 16s, and that is listed on step 5. And then create name ranges from the selection using the labels in the left column. Okay. Okay, so we have these 7, 11, and 16 selected. So the named ranges are going to be here. Okay, I already created them, but the way that we do that is we go here and then we create from selection and we use the left column and we choose OK. They should already be there. But if they'll be there after you click those buttons. So now when I click on the total cost of goods, it's going to take me to that cell there, which is basically the sum of all those things up above. If I go to total payroll costs, it's going to take me to the sum here. So again, we do that through the define names, create from selection. So there's other ways to create names like this, but that's probably the simplest way, especially for that type of data set. So I'm in number 6. It says to use the name manager. Okay, so we're going to go to the name manager. So click on define names, little drop down arrow, click on name manager. And these are all of the names that are in here. And you can kind of see that a couple of these are global. So you can see this workbook here. And there's a workbook, there's a workbook, and that's the scope. Okay. So it says use a name manager to change the total cost of goods sold, total payroll costs, and total sales named ranges for the Grill 501 worksheet from global scope to local scope by deleting those names and recreating them. Okay, so let's find the first one. Here's this one, and you can see that it's going to be for the whole workbook. So if we delete this, are you sure you want to delete the total cost of goods sold? Okay. Give me just a second. Okay, so we're going to delete what we just created for the scopes that are workbook because we want them to be specific to that sheet. And then if I recreate that one very quickly so I don't forget, total cost of goods sold. We don't want this to be workbook. We want this to be Grill 501. And then it refers to that. So this is what should be in the refers to. So we can change that again. And this is the one that we're looking for. And if we choose OK, and then we come back to the name manager, when we look at that Grill 501, total cost of goods sold. So now the scope is directly related to that 501. And then we have 2 more, total payroll costs. So we'll delete this one. new total payroll costs. Okay, so it's not workbook. It's going to be 501. We're going to press the little arrow key thingy. It'll just refer to this one. Choose OK, so pay attention to the cell reference there. Whoops. Oh, I got something wrong here. Gotta get my glasses out. So you probably spotted that already. Total underscore payroll costs. Okay, and then the last one that we need to get rid of is this last one, the total sales. So we're going to make a new one. Home row. Total sales. Grill 501. Okay, we want to get rid of that. So B7. Choose OK. And then when we come back here and we look at the scopes, they're all referencing a specific worksheet. And that is that one. Okay, and okay, so that's step 6. So in the range B5, okay, so B5 through C17 of the, I'm in step 7. Range B5 through C17 of grill 501 through 508 worksheets replace the cell references to cells B7, B11, and B16 with total sales, total cost of goods sold, and total payroll costs defined lane. You can either use the apply names command or find and replace the cell reference with the range name. Okay, so we are here. So we can use the find and replace. Find and replace. So we can look for cell B7 and replace that with total sales would be B7. So if we find all these things, there's all of them here. Let's replace all of them. And then the next one is not B7, it's B11. And this one is going to be total cost of goods sold. And that's B11, and we're going to replace all those. Okay, 16 replacements there. And then last one is total payroll costs, and that's going to be B16. Okay, we replace all those. And we've made 16 replacements there. We'll close this one. And then if I go and expose all my formulas, you can see that those defined names that are listed here show up down here. Right? So you kind of see them showing up in various different places. Okay, so that's step 7. And you could have done the applied names as well, but I don't think it really matters. Step 8 in the region report worksheet. So we got to go find the region report worksheet here in cell F5. So let's just go find cell F5. Use the sum function to calculate the sum of cell B5 in the grill 501 through grill 508 worksheet group. Alright, so let's just see if this works. So equals sum, click on 501, shift key down to 508, and now if we click on cell B5 and then we close our, okay, so that works. And the rest of it, calculate the sum of cell B5 in 501 through the 508 worksheet group, display total income from food sales. So that looks correct. And then step 9, use autofill to extend the formula in cell F5 through F17. And then we'll keep our formatting. Keeps our formatting in place. And then let's just make sure we haven't messed anything up here. And I think the only thing that we want to do, don't really want those zeros in there. I'll just get rid of the zeros. That just makes it look a little bit cleaner. And then step 9 is, oh yeah, step 9 is delete zeros. Okay. And then this takes you to step 10. So Sharon, I'm going to send you this file, and this gets you all the way through from step 1 to step 9. And you're going to begin on step 10 and see if you can figure out how to finish this project off. Hopefully this helps you a little bit just to see how that works. So let me know what you think. Thanks.